That's a hefty layer of fiberglass right there. Oh boy, that's going to need some sanding. But it looks pretty good to start. Welcome back to Bald Man Building an Airplane. This is Canopy Video 33. Peeling that peel ply off, it sticks a little bit more than you think it would. There's not like a mold relief or anything on it. It just kind of leaves a... I don't know how it works. Whatever. But yeah, it's very satisfying to peel that off of there and see your hard work sort of exposed underneath. So in this video, it's just going to be, we're going to take all the extra epoxy and fiberglass off the edge, basically try to get down to the tape on the forward and aft edge of the fairing that we created. And I tried a couple of different tools. I used the multi-tool, the vibrating tool, but then I went back to a simple piece of wood, a relatively small, I think it was like 1 inch, 1.5 inch by 3 inch or something like that, maybe 4 inch block, just long enough to go inside of the curve, just short enough to stay inside of the curves, but just long enough to actually sort of make a nice flat surface. One of the tips I definitely I did, as you can see, is I put a fan on top and I blew the dust away. So that way, as I was creating fiberglass dust, I could hit it with the air hose there, and then for the most part, the fan up top would take the dust out front instead of letting it, stay in the garage. So yeah, I'll use the multi-tool there to get some of the big chunks off the bottom because it settles down there, and then the sanding block to sort of clean it up and get a nice consistent edge on it. I haven't done the pilot side here yet. We're just going to work on the passenger or the co-pilot side and the center for right now. You can see I did a little bit. Oh, where'd it go? I had it out earlier. Probably going to bring it out now. Tried the big old long block. That didn't work so well. I used the back. There it is. The back of a curved sanding block that you'd usually use, like put that side on your hand. It does create a nice radius, so I gave that a shot for a little bit too. This was all mostly done with, I think, 60 and 80 grit, just to really take it down. Maybe even 40 in some places. I think I actually did use 40 in some places because it's pretty hefty on the edges where it needs to be taken down. So that did work out pretty well. You just use whatever sandpaper that you think works best. Sometimes you might need to get really aggressive with it, but other times not so much. I don't think 80 was aggressive enough to begin with. I'm pretty sure I had to start with at least 60. So yeah, that's the sanding here. I'm going to go to some close-up video here of what I've done. So come back next time after this part, and we'll do some more sanding. So the first bit of sanding here is mostly done. As you can see, we've snuck up on the edge of this black tape. You can really, you can see it start to define itself. Yeah, be very light on the sandpaper as it gets close to this. As you can see, I did touch the tape a bit. It's okay, it scuffs the tape. But really, you can feel the difference here as well, like when when this is still higher or this is still higher. So just when you're doing it, take some time. You can feel it as you're doing it. Let's see, I've been sanding for 2 hours, mostly on this side. The middle seems to be a bit easier. Wow, these lights are casting weird. In fact, on the camera. I decided to use the back of the sanding block. Probably saw that. I don't know where it went now. Probably set it down somewhere. It's the back of a sanding block. It's got just about the perfect radius for what I need here. I think though, to get a consistent radius, I might put another strip of glass on here, but I might also just use a filler because the glass layers are pretty good here. And I just need to get a nice consistent curve. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that quite as much as I want to, as is. Obviously, it's going to require a lot of finishing. I've still got to do the other side on the first sand through, and then more filler, more sanding, more filler, more sanding to get all the little stuff out. But you know, plenty of pinholes left behind. And here's where you can see that the weave didn't go quite up to the tape. So you can see the leftover holes there that get created. I thought it had at the time. It's okay. You know, as long as we got a good bond for the most of it, that's going to get filled with paint and filler and other stuff. You're not going to be able to see the difference inside. It's all going to be nice opaque. Otherwise, yeah, we'll do some more sanding tomorrow. I'm going to hope to get the sanding done before the weather gets hot again, because I don't really want to be sanding in the heat and be sweating and sanding in fiberglass dust. Gross.